Hello, welcome to the YouTube channel of Techno Composites. Today we want to tell you something about the freedom in design if you work with composite materials. Here you see an example of an outside cladding. It's very nice painted, but today we don't want to talk about painting. We want to talk about freedom in design. And if you look to the shape of the profile, you see, it's complex, a bit complicated, but it's solvable with glass fibers. Over the last 30 years, we have delivered a lot of different profiles. Also, we developed them together with our partners. And here you can see on this desk variety of different profiles with some special designs that may be interesting for you. If we want to start very simple, then you can see here this round tube, but it's produced in pull winding. And here you see also a sample of a glass fiber profile, which is made in pultrusion. And it's an L profile with some thinner areas here. It's more easy than others. If we want to look to something what is much more complex, then we can have a look to this cable tray system. It's the tray and also the cover. The tray has a lot of hollow chambers which are complicated to protrude, but also there are undercuttings like here and in these areas. And in this special case, and that is not too easy in pultrusion, we have also a click function where it's very easy to install the cover of the cable tray. If we go to the next one, this is a very massive glass fiber profile in pultrusion for window systems, very big window systems in official buildings. And you can see there is a much higher wall thickness than here, but there are also a lot of undercuttings, hollow chambers, but also very fine details like these areas where you can push something in like a ceiling or whatever. If we want to go away from very massive profiles, we can go to much thinner profiles like this one. It's a cladding system used in transportation business. And you can see here also a click system. You can see if I have 2, 3, or 4 of these profiles, I can click them together. And this is a click connection. And therefore, you also need some very fine and nice details to have a pultruded profile like this. It's a normal polyester resin profile with nothing special. It's very easy to pultrude it, but depending on the mechanical loads, on the chemical loads or whatever that you want to cover, it can also be possible that we reach our limits. That is the reason why we ask very detailed about your projects, where you want to use a profile. We are thinking together with you about the project, and then we find out how the design of a profile has to look like. If we look to this profile, you can see in relation to the other profiles it's thinner. Also, the sure face is not so nice, but it's also not needed. Not every profile must be painted. Sometimes you have profiles that you cannot see when they are built in, and this is one of those. You can see it's very thin, but it's tailor-made for the customer. If we look to this profile, you can see it's a wider profile. It has also a big banding here, but also some details in the end areas. And if you look to this area, you can see here a very fine hinging system, which is directly pultruded into the profile. And if you look to the length of the profile, it's also possible to do some cuttings, some drillings here. Here is a cutting for a locking system. So for everything you want to assemble into the profile. If we look to these both profiles, you can see and imagine it's for window and door systems. these are typically somehow L-shaped and very fine areas in here. Also, in this case, a hollow chamber, but also areas where you can put something in, like a ceiling or a cover or whatever. And these products are always tailor-made. So if we sit together with you, with us and our suppliers, we can develop something that is fulfilling all your needs. If we look to this profile, you can see it's something like a plate, but with a connection area here, where another part, maybe from metal, but also from glass fibers or whatever, can be put in. And there is an area where you can do the sealing. And then it's a very nice and good connection. And if we look to the back side, you can see this pink area. That's a peel ply. You can rip it off. And then the area under is so good that you can glue on it. You don't have to clean something afterwards. And if we go back to some smaller profiles, then we have these examples where you can see a profile with hollow chambers, in this case 3 hollow chambers. You can use it for connections, for cables or whatever you need. And if we look to this one, it's also a profile looking like a box profile, but with nice cuttings and also undercuttings. If you think these solutions are nice and you have also ideas how you could use it, but it's more complex than what we saw here, please feel free to ask us. We will develop together with you a solution. And if you learn something more about pultrusion, we have a special video for that.